All right, today we're diving into Veracity's Q4 2025 update. We're going to look at how their patented tech is taking on a huge, kind of hidden problem in the digital world. And it all kicks off with one pretty staggering number.
Yep, you heard that right. $84 billion. That's what experts think digital ad fraud costs every single year. Just think about that. It's like a massive invisible tax on the entire internet where advertisers are just burning money on ads that no real person ever sees. You got to keep that number in your head because that's the giant Verasity was built to fight.
So you've got this $84 billion monster of a problem. How do you even begin to fight it? Well, Veracity's answer isn't some vague promise. Nope. It's a very specific, patented piece of tech designed for this exact battle.
And that weapon is called Proof of View, or just POV. The idea behind it is actually pretty brilliant in its simplicity. It uses the blockchain to create a permanent, unfakeable record that proves a real human, not some bot, actually watched a video or an ad. For advertisers, this is a total game changer. It means their money is finally going to real eyeballs. POV is a direct shot at that $84 billion fraud industry.
But here's where it gets really compelling. This isn't just some clever idea that anyone can copy. It's protected. Verasity has this patent locked down until 2039. That gives them a 14-year head start on, well, everyone. It's a massive competitive advantage that makes it super difficult for anyone else to do what they're doing.
So, okay, they've got the patent, they've got the cool tech, but the big question is always, is anyone actually using it? And the answer to that? Well, it's all in the partnerships they're making. That's what tells the real story here.
And this really gets to the heart of Veracity's whole strategy. You see a lot of projects out there just chasing hype, right? Just trying to get buzz. Verasity seems to be playing a different game. They're focused on building something that people and companies can actually use in the real world. They're proving their worth with real adoption, not just talk.
And here's what that adoption actually looks like. First up, they've teamed up with Auth Consulting, a Google-certified partner over in the UAE, to bring fraud-proof ads to a really important market. Then, you've got their integration with Carbon Browser, which is all about securing ads in the new world of Web3. And get this, with ApeFlix, they're plugging into Telegram's user base of over 900 million people. So each of these partnerships hits a totally different corner of the market, which just goes to show how flexible this PV tech really is.
So you see all this ad tech stuff, and you've got to wonder, right? Is this a one-trick pony? Is fighting ad fraud all this technology is good for, or is there more to it?
And the answer is, nope, not even close. Turns out the core tech, just verifying that a real human is looking at something, has uses way beyond ads. For instance, they're working with 1010 Art to prove that physical art is authentic. And they're working with Fraction AI to make sure that data used to train AI models comes from actual humans. So PIV isn't just a single product, it's more like a foundational technology platform. Okay, so to support all these different partners and use cases, you need a rock-solid foundation, right? So let's take a look at the major upgrades Veracity's been putting in place to make sure the whole system can handle this growth.
And wow, they have been busy in the back half of 2025. It really kicked off in August when they launched on the BNB Smart Chain. Then, through the third quarter, they landed on 7 new exchanges. And just this month, in November, they got full integration with Ledger Live. This isn't just a random checklist. It's a really smart push for more access, more liquidity, and way better security.
So why was that BNB chain launch such a big deal? Well, this number says it all. It basically unlocks the door to the entire Binance ecosystem, which has over 170 million users. That means lower fees for transactions and a ridiculously bigger potential audience for the VRA token. And the Ledger integration is just as critical. I mean, for the millions of people who use hardware wallets, this is a huge step. It means you can now buy, swap, and manage your VRA securely right inside the Ledger Live app. That's a massive vote of confidence and a really important move for building trust and making it easier for everyone to get involved.
All right, so we've got the tech, we've got the real-world adoption, and we have the crucial upgrades that are building user trust. And that trust is everything, because it directly feeds into how the market feels. So now, let's see how all this progress is actually playing out in the market and what the experts think might be coming next.
So when you look at what analysts are predicting for the end of 2025, you see, well, a pretty wide range of outcomes. Right now, the price is hanging out near the lower end of those predictions, but the more optimistic forecasts, which are really based on all the utility and partnerships we just talked about, are pointing to some serious potential for growth.
And some analysts are getting particularly excited. There's one, EGRGH Crypto, who is pointing to a specific price level to watch. They're basically saying that if the price can stay above that key level of support, the stage could be set for an explosive move up, all powered by the strong fundamentals we've just been going over.
And finally, we gotta touch on the tokenomics. It's a super important piece of the puzzle. The team has made it clear that they're planning a token buyback and burn program. What does that mean? In simple terms, they'll use revenue to buy their own VRA tokens off the market and then just destroy them. Poof, gone forever. It's a move to reduce the total supply over time, which, in theory, makes the tokens that are left more scarce and, hopefully, more valuable for everyone holding them long-term.
And all of this kind of leaves us with one big question, doesn't it? In a market that's so often just chasing the next big thing, Verasity has been quietly building something with a long-term patent and actual real-world use cases. So you have to ask yourself, is real utility finally becoming the new hype?